Y'all and them know that I code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Them now live the syrup but like a scream from phone. That's why them hate we are road, cause we y'all and them know that I code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Now live the syrup but like a scream from phone. Dead face in a duffel bag for a pull up at the event. Promoter fi glad. Watch them a bad man, we still a beat them bad. Any clothes over wear, we so yes, no. Yo, man. Sure, we are make money, them now want see it. Every day a different girl in a week, car front seat. Got two pan skin and clocks pan feet. Now left anytime we are touch street. Chain it a chip and we can run it. Life Christian Cologne, a big girl, them weak. Girl is how we born from baby a creeper. We are earth up them head like a wisdom teeth. Like we don't know. That's why them hate we are road, cause we girl and them know that a cool.
Yo, the fix Michelleg. Good evening, good night, good morning. What up, I am live in the building. You know, I wasn't here last week, and I promise, I said I gotta premiere this song tonight. That's a code. This is on the what you feel like. What up, nice? Good evening, good night. I'm here.
Yo, man. Sure, we are make money, them now want see it. Every day a different girl in a week, car front seat. Tattoo pan skin and clocks pan feet. Now left anytime we are touch street. Chain it a chip and we can run it. Life Christian Cologne, a big girl, them.
Representing of Michelleg, you know. I don't know, say she say get to the fix. Say yes, no. As she say rich badness. As she are on the ground. Yo, New Jersey.
Say yes, no. Yo, man. Sure, we are make money, them now want see it. Every day a different girl in a week, car front seat. Tattoo pan skin and clocks pan feet. Now left anytime we are touch street. Chain it a chip and we can run it. Life Christian Cologne, a big girl, them weak. Girl is how we born from baby a creeper. We are earth up them head like a wisdom teeth. Like we don't know. That's why them hate we are road, cause we girl and them know that a code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Them now live the syrup but like a scream from phone. That's why them hate we are road, cause we girl and them know that a code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Now live the syrup but like a scream from phone. Dead face in a duffel bag for a pull up at the event. Promoter fi glad. Watch them a bad man, we still a beat them bad. Any clothes over wear, we fuss a pop talk. Every day we look clean, got soap and rock. I'm a goons them a road, you know them head mad. We no run back a boy, after them no name God. Try violate now, something wave like flag. Like we no know. That's why them hate we are road, cause we girl and them know that a code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Them now live the syrup but like a scream from phone. That's why them hate we are road, cause we girl and them know that a code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Now live the syrup but like a scream from phone.
Could never see me, Brock, right now. Could never. Get with the fix, Michelleg. I'm here. I'm in the building. You know, it's Wednesday. Hi, people. Hi. I got a lot going on tonight. Kere just touched down. Her plane just landed. So we're going to talk to her later on in the show. We got 2 interviews coming up in a little bit. Like, you know, she said her flight was delayed. I'm like, delayed is God's protection. You know what I'm saying? Being delayed is God's protection. So we'll talk to Kere later on in the show, probably around 8 o'clock or so. But we got 2 interviews tonight. Like, I'm digging this song. Shout out to Naj. Y'all know Naj. Naj is this guy. Listen.
Representing of Michelleg, you know. I don't know, say she say get to the fix. Say yes, no. As she say rich badness. As she are on the ground. Yo, New Jersey. Rich badness and Michelleg, them style big Ben spark up and last big punk Kyle. Bust tune go run R5 be a star she part with fam she a juvenile Michelleg run the ground. A real wide badness where them a say. As she play the most hit song where them a say. Yeah. Chain it a chip, bad clocks on her foot. She not listen boy we a chat where them a say. A real wide badness where them a say.
Yo, I love a dub. Like, if y'all want to send me dubs at any time, send it. Just the WednesdayFix@gmail.com. That's the email. Send me them dubs. I gotta fix my camera because I look like I'm out the screen. So yeah, I'm here, yeah, with the fix. I see Keisha on the live. I'm about to add her to the live, but I definitely had to premiere that song tonight, and I'm definitely gonna leave out the building tonight playing that song again. So shout out to Naj, shout out to Naj. I'm about to start my interviews. Like I said, I got a long night tonight. I'm gonna be talking to a lot of dope women. It is Women's History Month. Still happening, but you know, we dope every day. We don't really care what y'all gotta say. We dope every day. So, you know, that's happening, and a lot of things, great things is happening this weekend. Like it's a busy weekend, busy weekend, busy, busy, busy. Of course, first of all, we got the Rise Her Summit. That's happening this Saturday. And that's why Keisha will be on the live. And two of her guests will be there. Of course, we're also going to the Barclays for Alkaline's new rules happening as well. And Kere will be on the live later on to have a dope discussion. Y'all know I love talking to Kere because we get deep and down into all of the stuff that's happening. And, you know, we're going to have a great conversation. But I'm going to add Keisha to the live. So, guys, stay tuned. It's great to be back in the building when I'm not here. I miss being here because this is my release. You know, this is my release. So, I'm here. Hi, Empress Breeze. I'm going to be having a dope conversation with Empress Breeze next week. Y'all wait on it. Wait on it.
Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no plaything. Baby, you're amazing. This love ain't no replacement. Baby, rock steady, rock steady, rock steady. So I'm not for the old and the new. Fling on your dancing shoes. Top, man, I roll through. Dance from with the massive and crew. Boy, grab a girl and come. We are gonna rock till the morning come. Tender, serve me a rum. We are gonna drink till the bar is done. Ladies got on the best dress. Fellas got on the latest dress. The band is playing that groove. At the dance floor ain't got no room. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady. Rock steady. Rock steady. Everybody just rock and come in. How we are jamming at the housing scheme. Bring your queen and leave your machine. Cause a pure good vibes on the scene. I remember the way I used to feel. Now it's so real. I thought we made a deal. I can't forget you. I remember the pictures on the wall. Try not to hold on. Clearly, after all, I can't forget you. There was a time when I would let you drive me out my mind. I would do anything for you. Mm-hmm. Let's just rewind to the days when you could read my thoughts, don't have to say anything to you. Remember the way I used to feel. Now it's oh so real. I thought we made a deal. I can't forget you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Baby, the look in your eyes say it all. Every every time you look at me. I can't imagine my life without you. I don't ever want to be without you, 'cause you make me feel so special. And it's been too long since we've been in love. Can't wait to get home, to be in your arms. The thought of you excites me. Your simple touch ignites me. I don't wanna lose your love. Baby, don't change. My baby, don't change. Baby, don't change. We need each other.
I don't know why Keisha is on this Instagram acting brand new. Keisha, please join the link on your WhatsApp. Thank you. Thank you very much. Join the link on your WhatsApp. Tell him where I'm over here, so I'm going on.
Baby, the look in your eyes, say it all every time you look at me. I can't imagine my life without you. I don't ever want to be without you, 'cause you make me feel so special. And it's been too long since we've been in love. Can't wait to get home, to be in your arms.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Red. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mom.
I don't wanna lose your love. Baby, don't change. My baby, don't change. Baby, don't change. We need each other.
Said it's not open, it's so good, you know I never, ever wanna let it go. And the feeling that you're giving me, you got me going crazy, got me spinning, thinking like, wow.
To all the craziness inside, I gotta keep it to myself. Baby, don't change. My baby, don't change. Baby, don't change. We need each other.
Get with the fix, Michelleg. You're not hearing me on Instagram? That's strange. Let me check that out. Okay, but still join, because we're on other platforms.
Baby, the look in your eyes, say it all every time you look at me. I can't imagine my life without you. I don't ever want to be without you, 'cause you make me feel so special. And it's been too long since we've been in love. Can't wait to get home, to be in your arms. The thought of you excites me. Your simple touch ignites me. I don't wanna lose your love. Baby, don't change. My baby, don't change. Baby, don't change. We need each other.
Said it's not open, it's so good, you know I never, ever wanna let it go. And the feeling that you're giving me, you got me going crazy, got me spinning, thinking like, wow. To all the craziness inside, I gotta keep it to myself. Baby, don't change. Baby, don't change. We need each other.
Is dead. Who said her? Who said her? Who said her? Who said that? What they talking about? Talking about? What they talking about? Reggae music is dead. They have their mind, huh?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, with the fix, Michelleg. I am here with Miss Keisha Martin. We are about to get into some conversation about this dope event, Rise Her Summit, that's happening this Saturday. You know, and I want first of all, I want to say I like the hair. The hair is here. The hair is definitely hairy. But how you doing? How are you?
Last couple of days, 3 days left, and we just in it. We in it. I'm feeling excited. I'm literally just grateful to be in this space, to be in a second year. I mean, all the emotions of productions, because you host your own events on an annual basis. So yeah, man, just pre-production jitters and just still excited and grateful.
Definitely. So we're in year 2. What do you think is different this year about you and about this event compared to last year? What's the difference? What's going on?
Well, I would say that I'm in a different space. Lots of growth. They say what a difference a day makes, what a difference a year makes. I'm much more in tune with, just myself and just continuing the journey of growth and where God wants to take me and where He's taking me. And, I've shed a lot of dead weight. Literally, and I've expelled a lot in terms of just realigning myself with where I'm supposed to be with me. That's the difference.
I like it. The shedding of the dead weight thing is always a good thing. I know for me. And I'm glad that you said that, right? But this Saturday, people, the second annual Rise Her Summit. Tell me about this name, Rise Her. Like, what does that mean to you? What does that mean?
So, I mean, what's in a name, right? It was so important for the name to represent where I'm trying to take this event, what it embodies the event. So RISE stands for, it's RISE, but it's an acronym. Rally, Inspire, Support, Empower. That's what I live in my daily in terms of just who I am with my connections with humans and my encounters. At least I try to be conscious of that and how I, encounter. I've been a champion of women for a very long time. In my everyday where family life is concerned, friendship is concerned, it's super important. How we treat each other is important. So of course, it's not going to be any different in the creative space and in the community that, where music is concerned. So that's what the name, represents. It embodies just who I am in my existence and my life. So I'm just really trying to spread the word about the importance of how we treat each other and literally just educating ourselves on getting out of this broke artist mentality. It's the truth.
What is a broke artist mentality? What does that mean?
Broke artist mentality. I mean, so from a creative, right? We the being an artist literally is this. There's people that are going by in life, paycheck to paycheck. There's no plan, there's no structure, and they're okay with being in the space that they're in. Broke artist mentality is like, all right, I'm an artist. I'm a struggling artist. So that's what the Brook artist is. So I'm trying to get women out of the space, or artists out of the space, of this struggling artist mentality, where you're, you know, of course you have to work a job, but you have to have a plan if to your vision. I don't believe in, and I've always said this to my children, whatever you want to do in your life, that's it. Whatever you love, whatever you're passionate about, focus on that. It's not really about, oh yeah, you have to have a backup plan. I hate when you're telling your children that they're going to fail at what they love when you say, oh, you have to have a backup plan. I don't believe in that. I've never believed in that, because, at the end of the day, this is what it is. You love what you do, and you'll never feel like you're working a day in your life. Yes, it might be different, right? Because of course you love what you do and you're into the arts. The arts, they say parents are so fearful of their children pursuing the arts, but if you pursue it the wrong way, without a structure, without a foundation, without knowing what you're getting into, then of course there's failure. You're going to have failure whether or not nobody knows everything. You got to go through the growing pains. You know what I'm saying? But to have a foundation, to educate yourself. And I, as an artist, went through that. And this is why Rise Her came. I didn't have the community, the this, the that, and the third. Of course, as I got, up there in terms of like more secure in my career and things of that nature, and met people along the way, I realized that, okay, access is so important, but for us as women, it's that much. Like, the doors are not gonna open. They're not gonna open for you because you're a woman. First of all, you have like 20 strikes against you more than your counterparts, your male counterparts. So you have to fight for your respect. You have to actually educate yourself so you can be in a space to be able to say, yeah, I am building a foundation. You have to build that foundation yourself by knowing what you're getting into, by having a structure, by knowing that, listen, I have to register, I have to, my PROs, and know all the things that you need to know as an artist so that you can flourish and not be in that mentality of this broke artist mentality or struggling artist mentality.
I feel like I'm going to get a t-shirt that says not a broke artist
mentality. No, you can't be in that.
Yeah, definitely. So you just mentioned everything that this Rise Her Summit will be about. That you've selected a lot of dope people to be at this event on Saturday. Can you tell us, like, in a nutshell, why are these people that you selected so important to this event?
So it's important. So for me, I learned from people who were there before me, who knew things before me. I interviewed, one of my speakers, Simone G, and that's one of the people who I came across in my life that I built a lifelong friendship with. But I learned from these women. I feel like what we're missing with the new generation and the older generation is that we don't want to learn from each other. And that's the crazy thing is it's doing a disservice to us. And so these women that were chosen, they're chosen because they have a wealth of knowledge to share with the artists that are coming into the business, artists that are considering to come into the business. Like, you got to know, this is what they did, this is what they went through, and hearing their stories is as important in your own foundation. It'll help you build your foundation.
Definitely. In doing this type of stuff for so long, for so many years, I'm still learning myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned, this event is speakers are women in the business, women entrepreneurs, all of those types of things. And we always get the backlash of saying, oh, why would you do an event with all women? Like, that's not gonna go nowhere. Why aren't you including the men? Like, why?
I'm gonna say this. I love my men. I support you guys. But if you had to deal with what we had to deal with and the struggles that we go through still till today, listen, they trying to stop us from voting again. Like, literally. Do you understand? Do you understand how crazy that is? You understand what I'm saying? So, like, I don't care about the why. So I'm gonna say this, like, the way I operate, right? I am so tunnel vision, right, about my purpose and this assignment that God gave me, that I don't hear the noise, That's noise to me. I don't know what people are saying about me because it's not important to me. It's none of my business. People's opinion of me, where this event is concerned, or just in life, it ain't none of my business. So I'm going to keep moving forward the way God wants me to keep moving forward. That yes, it's going to be rough because you have people already looking like, oh my God, like whatever. But again, I don't hear the noise. I don't see dead people.
Keisha, behave now.
I'm just saying, I don't see them. I don't see them. And the thing is this, people who are women who are in a space of understanding, and men, just people in general, who are in a space of understanding who they are in the world, they're not gonna see people like that. They're not gonna even hear, because one of the things that I don't do, right, in my existence as a woman, but as a human being, I don't allow people to call me and be like, girl, you hear this and you hear that? Nope. Because guess what? That stuff downloads, it distracts you from your purpose. And so you have to stay the course. You have to operate. I try to operate, and I'm not perfect. I'm not going to lie. I'm not perfect, but I do my best to operate how God wants me to operate on a daily basis. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And if he gave me this assignment, he knew that I was up for the task. And for me, that's all I need to know. I'm tunnel vision I'm obedient about what he put in me to give birth to. And here we are in year 2, and I'm grateful for that.
Amen. Amen. So what are people what are you hoping that people get from this event on Saturday? Like, what are some of your hopes that they get from the event?
That no matter what their experience has been, no matter what level they're on in their career, that they can come into this room and walk away feeling filled. Like, I learned something I did not know in my journey, and I can take that with me and build from there. I hope that they come and they find someone to attach themselves to, or find a mentor. There's so many things that can happen when you give a room like this the opportunity to get what you're supposed to get out of it. Don't come with expectation. Come open and ready to receive. That's what I expect.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So the event is starting at what time? From 10 a.m.
We kick off 10 a.m. bright and early at 10 a.m. Of course, Empress Breeze will be kicking off early in the morning, holding the vibes. She's the vibe curator for the morning. And I'm telling you, this woman is going to literally have the room moving and shaking. I love music, and, people look at disc jockeys, they're creators. They're creators, and Empress Breeze and DJ Black Barbie, they're both vibe curators. You know what I'm saying? And so Black Barbie will be taking us into the frequency at our Brunch and Connect break. That's the break of the day, because people are hearing Brunch and Connect and they think that it's two separate things. This space is so intentional, and the Brunch and Connect is just the break of the day where you get to go around and support the vendors. If you don't have a Brunch and Connect ticket, which is an all-inclusive ticket, guess what? You can definitely go and support the vendors, grab a bite to eat, just connect and just get to know somebody. Please come in this room, just don't be afraid to walk up to a woman that you don't know and introduce yourself. This is what that kind of space is about. Listen, we talk about mental health. Dinastra Carr and Naderia John, I'll be speaking to her later. Literally, these spaces are so important, because I was very intentional when I put this together, tackling the things that we need to know about, that we need to keep the conversation going about. And this is a year-round event. We are a 501c3 organization. We're fundraising. We will be fundraising that day, just to let you guys know. Our goal is to get to $10,000 before the year is out, because $10,000 is going to be the amount of money that's going to help 10 creatives in our ICU grant, and that gets launched in December. So I'm excited.
Excited.
I love that. I love that I see you, Grant. I like that. I like that I see you, Grant, because being women, as you stated in this space, like standing in front of all of these equipment that I have in front of me, and you mentioned that Empress Bees and DJ Barbie are creatives. Like it takes so much to learn all of these buttons and all of this stuff in front of
Right.
us.
Right.
Um, and that's why it's so important that when you see a woman DJ, a woman disc jockey, a woman host playing music and doing all of those things, it's so important that we encourage each other, right? Because this is hard work. Like
It
this is
is.
not fun too. This is hard work.
It's not for the faint of heart. Everybody's craft is different. And I know when people see artists, and no matter what discipline they're in, the artists make it look easy. But what people don't know is we're people like everybody else. People don't know what we go through, the struggles, the ups and downs. And life is lifing for everybody in and outside of this creative space. It's lifing for everyone. And trust me, it's not for the faint of hearts. If you are not in it for the love of it, you're gonna fail. Man, I ask you.
Don't
Don't
do
do
it.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Back away from it. Back away from it.
Step
Are
away.
you nervous? Are you ready? Are you what are you?
All of those things. If I said I wasn't nervous, I'd be lying when I tell you that, right? But I feel like the nerves is the human side of us. Like God don't give us a task. Remember, I know the assignment is big when He gives us an assignment, right? And sometimes it's a run out. Obedience. I cannot stress that enough. We just gotta run out. I jumped before I leaped. People don't understand. My faith when it comes to me and Him is just different. When Him say move, I move. I am
Yeah.
not one of those people, and I operate. When you see me doing something, I'm operating from God's assignment. I know what I'm supposed to do. So this is why I don't got no time for distractions. I don't got no time. They're coming. There's things happening that's trying to disrupt what is happening. But guess what? You will never know that, because guess what? It ain't for you to know. It's for me and Him to have a discussion about it. Because guess what? Him know Wagwan. He foresees everything before it happens. And so for me, my faith is always going to be in God. It's always going to be with Him. And so, yeah, I'm nervous, but it's not the nerve like I don't trust Him. It's my nerves, like it's the human side of me, because I'm going to be nervous. That's just what it is. Here we are a year again, another year, and we're just here. I know that this is bigger than me. It's not about me. It's about the people that we are going to reach. We're going to help. This is the team of women that has rallied behind me. All of you, including you that said yes to this. Again, this is about us coming together and understanding you're a part of an assignment that God gave. Walk into that room. Walk in understanding that you're not the architect of this. God is.
Amen.
And just know that your yes is your obedience to that. That's it. Your yes is your obedience to that.
Amen. So I just joined Dr. Luke's on the live because she is actually one of the speakers
Yes.
who be at Rise Her. And you just mentioned, the great women that will be in the room. Why did you select Dr. Luke's for this event? Why was that selection necessary for you?
So this was supposed to happen last year, right? So she was already chosen, but due to scheduling issues, she wasn't able to be there. And I'm so glad that she said yes this year. And I know Dr. Luke way before the doctorate. So, and we've broken bread. We've been on this journey, we've crossed paths on this journey together. And so I know literally who she is, where her heart is, and what she's trying to do aligns with what this assignment is. That's why she was chosen. It ain't me, it's God.
I love it. Dr. Luke, welcome. Good evening. How you doing?
Great. Good evening. How are you? Thank you for having me.
No problem. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm gonna read out some stuff that I read about you, okay? Because I want people to understand. I love to read people's accolades. Like I love to do that, right? Because it's important as women that folks understand that you are an expert in what you are about to teach on Saturday, okay? So Dr. Lukes has a PhD in business leadership. She's a financial prosperity coach, a motivational speaker, mindset development expert, and the president of Chamber of Commerce and a business maven. Did I miss anything? Tell me if I missed anything.
Well, I'm also a WDS, so that's a workforce development specialist for the Department of Justice Systems. So I'm have my certification and degrees to go into the prison system and teach individuals as a bridge to when they come home. I'm also a MI, so that's a state certified motivational interviewer as well. I'm a fiance, I'm a mother and a grandmother. Those are my highest titles, my family, and
Put
a
in the
woman of God. That comes
put it.
first.
Let them know about the fiance. Put that in there.
Yes, always.
Definitely, definitely. So, Dr. Lukes, do you have this program called the Cultivating? Well, your Instagram name is the Cultivating Life of Lala. What does that mean? What does that mean?
So my life is defined on many levels. So it's sometimes hard for people to sum it up with one title. But if the Instagram is a very small percentage of my life because some of my work I cannot put on social media due to the Privacy Act and also the populations that I serve. So I also have a nonprofit that's cultivating lives. I'm a partner in a construction company that's cultivating hands. So my life is always cultivating because my hand is in the soil of the people and then we bloom and we grow organically. So that's very important. It's other things like the media part. That's where I met Keisha from like many moons ago. And just seeing each other grow in a space of love and caring for one another and lifting up the sister or the brother that comes behind us is extremely important because like Keisha, like myself, being a trailblazer, being the first of many things, it's not an easy task, but we're doing that to look behind us to make sure that someone is walking in that path that we created for them, humbly and with integrity.
Definitely. Why do you feel that this was something important? This event on March 21st is something important for you to be a part of. Like, why is that so important for you?
Um, for many reasons. First off, personally, it's to be able to share that space with Keisha, Jeannie, Davita. These are sisters that I've known, and I say sisters, not just as a title, but sisters that I've known for so long when we began our journeys. So for me, the minute they call and ask me, I'm there. It's not even a question because I know it's going to be positive. I know it's going to be uplifting. So for me to be there, it's like a no-brainer. Anything I can do to help, anything I can do to assist. And also I'm excited to just see how we've all grown in our own right over these decades. And to see for Keisha, her flowers blooming, it means everything to me.
Definitely, definitely. Keisha, what is a message that you want to give to anyone wanting to do something like what you're doing?
A message that's so it starts with just one step because doing things in your community, you don't have to go big. This is literally, I don't know, like for me, this magnitude of an event, it didn't start here. I've literally been doing things in smaller scales, little curating things like Michelle Arthurton. Her and I had done like similar things to what's happening in Rise Her in this magnitude on a smaller scale in other events. Like we've been embedded ourselves in other events and actually done this, like talking about the music and educating. We bought Sydney Mills about 3 years back at another event, and just like we had Whirler Girls in the room, and just different people. But like I said, the message that I would like to tell the younger generation and somebody watching that wants to do this, it starts small. Start with a small group of people, start within your community. If you can identify with something that's missing, that's lacking, start with that. Start with that and do Blind, like I went to, when I started helping people, like in the charity space, it was just me and my friends. Everything that I said I wanted to do, I was like, listen, I went to my friends. I was like, look, um, hey, I'm trying to do this. When I started Tools for School, which is my backpack drive, adopting schools in Jamaica, literally we did that for 10 years. And Marcia Davis, Septa Scan, it was all my artist friends I went to and was like, hey, I'm trying to do this. They were like, okay, what do you need? And if you don't have people like that, if you're not surrounded by people like that, find people in your community that will rally with you, that will inspire you, that will empower you, and just, go, just help you. What do you need? You need that peace circle of people to be able to begin, but start small. That's what I would say.
Definitely, definitely. Dr. Lukes, what will you be bringing to the table on Saturday? Like, what is your goal and purpose on Saturday at Rise Her?
So it's multifold. I know I have a topic, but one of the things that I'm bringing is just knowing the business side as a brand strategist, because we didn't talk about that. I have Love Branded Services. So I've been a brand strategist now for 20 years. So being unique, understanding your brand, being having your paperwork in order, it's like a kaleidoscope of different nuggets that I'll be leaving because they really go hand in hand. As being the president of the Chamber of Commerce, I've grown it in a very short period of time by really telling people to step into their authentic selves and now create that as a business without giving up yourself. And then also it's the paperwork side and making it legit. I'm very anal with the professionalism and how do you conduct yourself and speak that business language. So I'm going to definitely talk about that as well, because that is everything, making sure that you have the proper etiquette in business, because when you don't, it can block, you can block yourself. We already, as Black women, have enough barriers out there against us. So we have to come to the table correct. So it's going to be just a kaleidoscope of different nuggets, but really from a professional standpoint, from a standpoint of success. I've come up the ranks in what I'm doing, starting on radio and working with artists like Cardi B. You see me with French Montana, Uncle Murders, just telling the process of how I did it and how I've remained a household name and a name of integrity. And when people can see me, like, I remember that you did this. Also, I'll talk a little bit about the concert that I put together in Nassau County at Eisenhower Park. We had over 15,000 attendees, and I put that event together in 2.5 weeks. And how did I do that and put that structure together really aggressively and fast? I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm into sharing the information. So I'm just excited to give all the little nuggets and, have them ask me the questions that they really are yearning to hear from inside. Because I believe that a lot of the women that are attending, they're coming there with a goal. They're coming there with a mission to leave empowered, but also educated. So I definitely want to leave them with my level of professionalism, backed by credentials, also mixed with levels of success. So that's my goal.
When I read your bio, I saw something that tugged at my heart. And it's the fact that, you did a Christmas event for children of incarcerated parents and single fathers. And my entire dissertation was on men in the system, right? And I wanted to ask you, why was it so important for you to do this event for incarcerated parents and especially the single fathers? Like, why was that important for you to do that?
The focus on our annual No Child Forgotten Christmas and gift drive, this was our 4th year. 2026 would be our 5th year. Is about the whole focus of the event. So I don't believe in just giving gifts, pick it up and go. You're going to spend some time with me. We feed them. I have speakers come in on budgeting, how to have a healthy meal from the dollar store. How do we just giving them the tools and the nuggets. So we also don't just give toys. We give coats and clothes. We really shop for them. And it has really grown because it's such a support from like our Nassau County Comptroller to everyone. They understand the message, and the message really is about the children, right? Because children of incarcerated parents, sometimes they're the voice that we just don't hear. So I'm the voice for the voiceless. I work with that population. And I see the breakdown in the system. I will say this, I'm a contractor. I don't work for the system. I'm an independent contractor. Everything I do, I'm my own boss. So that allows me the freedom to really to dive in, to see and say, you know what, this is a barrier. This is an area where I can create a bridge. Around the holidays, it's bad enough when you have a holiday missing a parent. If you even as adults, if you lost a parent, a grandparent, it's a very it's a very hard time for you because it's a time of reflection of what's not there. So the
Yes,
whole goal is to say, you know what, today you're going to be loved. Today we're thinking about you. We have sensory gifts for individuals with autism and special needs. I get a background on the family. So we actually curate their gifts. And each person walks away with about 6 gifts a piece. And we also gift the parents. Why did we add the fathers into this? Because a lot of times the fathers are just the forgotten about individuals in the stories. You see more and more today fathers raising their children because the mothers are just MIA trying to live in their minds their best life. They're running from responsibility. So we have to pour in and empower our brothers as well and say, we're here for you. We're here to give support. We also give out gift cards as well from all the local stores. We give out gift cards for free haircuts. We try to think about everything possible to make sure that the holiday season is fulfilled with the gift of giving, and also for them to understand it's okay to receive.
definitely. Keisha, I wanted to ask you, and I understand in listening to Dr. Luke's, I understand why she was chosen for this event. And you have a selective of beautiful people, beautiful women, all different backgrounds, all different cultures, coming to this event. And you are an artist, you are a musician, right? And why did you decide, you know what, this needs to happen? Like, I need to do this, because you could just be singing your songs and living your life and doing what you do, you know? why why write her? Like, why did you did it year 1, it was successful. You're here again year 2, but why, tell me why.
My why is because I am the riser story. I am the artist who needed this information and it wasn't there. So at the end of the day, I decided the things that I didn't have, the support I didn't have as a creative. I'm not saying I didn't have no support at all, but again, access was not there for me. Right. And I hear a lot of people be like, oh my God, Keisha Martin, you're such a wicked artist. You're such a wicked singer. Why aren't you bigger? I am. I'm big. I'm as big as God wants me to be. This is my calling. My calling is bringing people together. See, the misconception of the creative space or the artist is that people think that you're supposed to be this big, top selling, blah, 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 blah. And if you're not that, you're not successful. That's your
Yep.
opinion. I don't know. Like, success looks different for everybody. The fact that I wake up every single day and I get to do what I love and it's lucrative, that's success. That is success
That's the
because
gift right there.
you
That's
got a
the
lot of
gift.
artists that's made it, right? And they got to stay on tour to keep the lights on. They got to stay on tour to thing. I don't have to do that. I have multiple streams of income because the lessons I've learned, I've structured that. I'm a DOE vendor. I teach music within the school system. I want artists to know that your creativity, your money doesn't just end with you being on stage. When I'm not on stage, I'm in a classroom. I'm getting to the bag in so many different ways. Artists come to me to help them find their voices. Again, everything is a stream of income, and I'm just trying to let the creative community understand that. Like, if you are a musician, you went to school, or whether you did or not, or self-taught, you still could teach people. Do you like? I don't understand why artists are just trapped in this tunnel vision about, oh, I'm an artist, and oh my God, my world is over. My career is over if I'm not touring, or I'm not this mega star, or whatever the situation is. No, there's many ways of you earning as a creative, no matter what discipline you fall under. You just have to figure out the education, what you need to know. You need to learn the business. That's the first thing. If you don't know the business, you're going to fail, because so many people are going to come and take advantage of you. That's the first course of action. Educate yourself on where you need to be, know where you want to go. If you don't know yourself as an artist, so many artists, like, I hear them, they don't have their own voice. They're singing, they're trying to sound like this person, they're trying to sound like that person. If you don't know who you are, confidence is where you need to find out who you are, who you're meant to be, not who you want to be, because there's a difference. It ain't about who you want to be. You could want to be Tom, whoever, Peter, Paul, whatever, but who did God send you here to be?
Yeah.
That's what you got to figure out. Who are you? If you can answer that question, then you're already you won half the battle. And then you can begin to educate yourself, perfect your craft, and literally build a foundation to be able to say, you know what, this is now I've built something. Now I have this thing, and it can feed my family. It can pay my bills. It can, I don't have to get up every day and complain and go to a job that I hate, because and stifle my dreams. I think one of the most prolific things that's ever been said is that the dreams, most of the dreams are in graveyards. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. People who've never realized their dreams because they've gone into spaces God never intended for them to be. They worked all their life. And I'm not saying 9 to 5s is nothing. If you love what you do and it's a 9 to 5, hey, do it. For me, it's the creative space. It's being able to change a life. So that's my why.
Definitely. Dr. Lukes, are you still there?
Yeah, she's there.
Oh, I see her, but I don't think I think she did something and went to the studio. I don't know where she disappeared to. Dr. Lukes, come back in real quick, because I know that she has to go. And I just wanted to ask her like one more thing before she leaves. I think she went in the studio, so I gotta get her back up. But Keisha, while I have you here, there she go. Hold on.
Wing.
Okay, so I know you have to run, but I wanted to ask you something about this quote that you have, right? And then you can let people know what time you're going to be on the stage at Rise Her. You said, never be afraid to stand up and speak out against what is not right. Your single voice can activate millions.
Yes, a lot of times we feel that we will not be heard because we're one voice. We are one voice that can be echoed in silent rooms, and we can create change. So it's to let individuals know that your one voice can activate million sleeping minds, million hardened hearts, and activate a positive future.
I love it. So what time will you be on the stage this Saturday, March 21st? What time will you
I will be on at 4 p.m.
Okay. All right, so Dr. Lukes will be at Rise Her Summit this Saturday at 4 p.m. She will be on the stage giving you guys all the knowledge that you need to know. And she had to go because she's going into another meeting. So Keisha, before I let you go, please let everybody know where they can go to get tickets. If is vendor, the vendor opportunity, is that still open? And what they will be expecting to see on this Saturday.
So if they're interested in vendoring, they can send an email to risehersummit.org. My team knows the answer to that question, so they will know, well, if there's still opportunities open. I believe there's a few spaces available in the eats and treats lifestyle. There may be 1 or 2 spaces open. But if you're a food vendor, pastry vendor, and you want to, space, you want to be a part of the room and just be supported, definitely. They can go to risehersummit.org. That will give you all the links that you need. You can purchase tickets there. You can donate there. Again, we are a 501c3. We will be fundraising all year long. And, you can go there and just make a donation. Your donation literally helps a woman's dream to be realized.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. So I'm excited. I was supposed to be there last year, got COVID, couldn't come out. I stayed away from people this year so that I could definitely be there in this space to give the knowledge that I have as well. So I'm excited and thank you for bringing me into this space to have a voice and to give out the information that I know. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for you. I know that this is your baby. Besides music, I know that this is your baby. And, I haven't seen you failed at anything. So I know that this event will be successful on Saturday. Please tell everybody where the event will be held and what time to what time, start to finish.
So the event will be held at Crown Hill Theater, which is located at 750 Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. That's between Park Place and Sterling. If you're coming by modes of public transportation, it's the A train or it's the 3 train to Eastern Parkway. So A train to Fulton and Nostrand, or the 3 train or the 2 train to Nostrand. 2 is Nostrand and President, and 3 train is Eastern Parkway and Nostrand. And listen, come out, man. Come out, tell a friend, bring a woman that needs to be in the room. It's not just about just the creative space. It's about community. It's about networking. It's about building. And yes, you can bring your preteens or your teenagers if they're pursuing music. If you are a parent with a talented young person and you want more information about the industry, and you have questions before you allow your little one to pursue something, guess what? This is the room that you need to be in. And men, come out, buy a ticket, because if you support this initiative, guess what? If you're a creative and you're a male, you need to be in the room as well, because the information is for everybody. And we have a beat making cipher that you get to participate in.
I get to participate in?
If you are the artist, them, because this is where it becomes inclusive, because even if you're a male artist and you're in the room and you want to sign up, of course space is limited, so you come out early. If you don't come out early, because it happens, the sign up fills up really quickly, and this is a whole frequency, because when a artist being able to like showcase their talent on the spot, like dropping a 16 or whatever, I freestyle as a singer, you know what I'm saying? So that's going to be really a dope segment. It's going to be actually orchestrated by Vanessa Silberman. She's going to be the producer at the helm, and I'm just excited about this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm ready to be there. I think I got my outfit together. Like, the branding is important for me. I got my hat made. I'm coming out like
Yes.
ready to be in this space. But Keisha, I want to say again, thank you for including me in this event. I definitely appreciate you for giving me the opportunity. Guys, this event is definitely going to be a dope event. If you are in music, you want to learn about music, we're seeing a lot of issues right now going on social media about them publishing and that money and your name being on records and all of them things. So this is a space for you to be in so that you can get all of this information. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you might make some connections to. Come out Saturday, March 21st. Keisha, any last leaving words before you go?
I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want to say to the organizations that are supporting Rise Her. So, of course, we have the support of the Recording Academy, and that they came last year, and people don't understand. Like, the Recording Academy is the Grammys. That's the corporate name for the organization, and about membership, and just being the creative space on that level. You understand me? And it's not just people see the trophy and the awards and people getting Grammys and stuff like that, but it's more than that. It's the advocacy. They advocate for how we get paid, how our money is circulating. They're literally here trying to control AI so it don't get out of hand. Literally the advocacy. I'm an advocacy committee member. I'm a recording academy member. So literally they're in the space. Shout outs to the Orchard, which is, they have a major distribution through Sony. They'll be speaking as well. And just all Chart Metrics, all the other organizations that came on board. Shout outs to all of them. And our keynote speaker, of course, Miss Pat McKay from SiriusXM Satellite Radio. Thank you. Thank you for your yes to all the women. Joni leads. Oh, there's a special subject that's happening. And if you're a parent, I'm telling you, you need to be in the room, because parenting in the creative space has been a long time conversation that, oh, we can't say we have picnic, and if you have kids, your career is over and all of this. So we're bringing women that are going to dispel all of that. So you need to be in the room.
You definitely need to be in the room. So Keisha, again, thank you so much for being here. Saturday, March 21st, the second annual Rise Her Summit is live. Guys, go out and get those tickets. Go to Rise Her Summit on Instagram. The link is right there for you to purchase tickets and show up. Just be in the place. Be in the place. So Keisha, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, love. Got with the fix, Michelle G. I'm in the building. I have my 8 o'clock interview. She's ready. My Instagram just got disconnected because it's been an hour. So I'm going to reconnect that and let's get started.
Priority. 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 Tell you what priority. Active, baby, still good, man. Them all over your body like. When she walk, you could just ride up, pop out and you capture everybody like. Yes, boo. Coming like night, you, my cute, that's you. And I kept my nose to the hype, true. She not frightened because when she used to the flash life, I'm on a drip. When I time put the script, no a chap, that is it, this on a regular. Take me just sit, click and post and sleep on. Have motion, girl, super dick. Certain things she not. Girl, you want everything, girl, you want everything, girl, you want everything. All in a variety, girl, you want everything, girl, you want everything. Priority. Girl, you want everything, girl, you want everything. Yeah. Little ways make you wanna splurge. First priority, if I know that they're not dirt. Perfect shape. Feel great, big bands, spam bands, no find out what you word. Top man, I make you okay. Face up, the girl deserve a bouquet. For me, I see she don't play, put together, she a slay, girl look like data. Oh, little girl pretty like moolah. Come on soon, trans skin smoother. Ooh, like scooter. Come on soon, trans skin smoother. Ooh. Girl, you want everything, girl, you want everything, girl, you want everything. All in a variety, girl, you want everything, girl, you want everything. Priority. Girl, you want everything, girl, you want everything. Girl, you want everything.
Yeah, with the fix, Michelle G. I am live in the building. I have a special guest who will be joining us in a little bit. In a little bit, she will be on the live. Of course, her name is Karina. She is the manager and sister to the man himself, Alkaline. We're going to get into some conversations, of course. New Rules is happening this Saturday as well, and she's also a speaker at Rise Her Summit. So we're going to have some conversation with Kere. You know, I love talking to Kere because you learn so much from her. She is one of those extraordinary managers, you know. So it's definitely going to be a great conversation. So we're just waiting for her to join us live.
Yeah, super dick, certain extinction up. Girl, you want plan everything, girl, you want plan everything, girl, you want plan everything. All in a variety, girl, you want plan everything, girl, you want plan everything. President dead, money instead, yeah, now ring them. I'm on a left, you know me head. What a minute, ready now, yeah. The bread that I matter for me the most. Big chunk of food is a full meal course. Billionaire status in a foreign and close. I'm money on my choice. Run that short, catch up and we are not drop. 17 if somebody they want smoke. Up the station count there cut short. I'm money on my choice. Tell me I defend you more than anything. The banking overflow a ton of card will leap up Franklin. Remember when every silver that you set up in a thing. I know the stacks of my time for rich talent not building. No work with the script, me do more wanna start get confront to make it jitty like when fan for the month cat up front. Everything have a price, so me send no funds. Rich young, do or die the work, always I get done. See, I leverage real powers, gross rats. Drive rate, overstand, send me a lot for my plate. Money on the thing, put a smile for my face. Suburb complex, condos by the lakes, all them a play and hate ya. Load it, affluent, why you want me to send? Yeah, jet skis, RVs, where I see my friend. Got the food chain, the place to print money, my food, I lend a guarantee my band. Get the riches, I wanna go. Rich mobster, yeah, my choose are one for them. Maybe not a Castellana, I'm for Lena them. Start there, to me learn this.
Hello,
How are ya?
I am good. I was trying to log in on the Instagram, but I don't know, it's not working.
Yeah, so I don't go live on the Instagram like that because they cut it
Oh,
off.
oh, okay, okay.
But you're still live on Instagram right now. You're live everywhere. You're live everywhere. No worries. Yeah, with the fix Michelle G. We have
Yes.
the only Kere, you know, like the
Yeah, what's
lady,
up? What's up?
the boss lady, the manager, the sister, the all around, the mommy. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
It's such
What's
a
good?
pleasure to have you here. First of all, I want to say, you just come off a flight and all of those types of things, and you're in the car driving. But I appreciate you being here tonight, to discuss, this weekend, this Saturday. You are doing two major things this Saturday. First of all, you'll be at Rise Her Summit, and then we
Yes.
have New Rules at Barclays. How are you
Yes.
juggling all of this stuff? Like, how are you juggling all of this?
Well, the most important thing is the actually organization. That's the most important thing, and then working with a team that makes you not worry too much. Execution is a must because you have the same goal, which is success. So that's how I'm able to juggle stuff around because the team are there and they're handling what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So for big up CJ Millen, who is actually handling all that needs to get done, Reggae Fest. So
Yeah,
a shout out to her. So I'm able
def
to do what it is that I need to do.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Why is Alkaline back at the Barclays? Because we know the last time he was there was a sold out show, but why come back again? And I'm seeing a lot of talk on the internet in regards to him coming back, and it's not going to be the same. The show ain't selling. Da 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 da. Why is he back at Barclays? What's the
I mean,
significance?
at the end of the day, guess what? Persons are going to talk and persons are going to say what it is that they need to say. And this in Barclays is something that it was before, like, it was long ago. It's a discussion that we had long, long time ago. And it's just the right timing and we just make it happen, you know? That's just what it is. It's about timing and, we have our album coming out and a lot of stuff happening for this year. And we decided that New York is always one of our favorite place to be for the fans
Yeah,
here, and we're just catering to the fans and the demands. So if the fans say, okay, we need to be in this location, trust me, I'm going to make it happen just so that the fans are satisfied.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Now I saw today that it was posted that according to the Reggae Fest tour, Alkaline has
Mm-hmm.
already sold with 13,000 tickets that are sold, and you guys had to add extra seating for this show.
Yeah, those seats are like pretty much at the side stage, like persons, you
Wow.
know, the good seats are pretty much the good seats are gone. So we just have to open the seats at the sides because everyone wants to be in that building. They just want to be in the room to
Yeah.
experience what we have planned. It's gonna be phenomenal. Trust me, it's gonna be exciting. I'm excited for it, and I'm looking forward for it. And I know the fans, they're excited too, and they can't wait. And so we're all on the same page, and we're just gonna make it happen. Hope you all have
Yeah.
good weather, and I think you have a good weather that weekend too. So
I,
it's gonna be
I think
fun.
I think so. Regardless of the weather, people are gonna show up. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
alcohol.
know, but yeah, I know we, I know, but it's like always, for us from Florida, the Caribbean, it's more like good weather is like has to be
Essential.
warm and nice. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely. Now, under that post that was posted, there was somebody that says that you guys are giving away free tickets, and this is why the place is so sold out. What do you want to say to people
Free
who always?
ticket,
Yeah,
free.
that's what.
No, no, I don't. There's no free ticket given away. That's listen, listen. I don't even see those posts, and a person want them tweet or them text whatever them comment is to go viral. The hate on
Very,
alkaline is so high, and it's okay. It's fine. I don't have time to go back and forth with people. People are gonna say some stuff. Then people that we attack actually don't even own them own a Wi-Fi. You understand? So if you have a problem, why you don't do it? Oh, you have so much suggestion for me and you don't have it for yourself. When I'm look into yourself and realize what it is that you're doing wrong. How can I give somebody a suggestion? And me sit down here so don't even want a good pair of shoes or a bedded. That don't make no sense. And miserable people like confusion, people who are miserable like chaos. Them like to care people with them. That's it.
yeah,
People at peace don't have time to sit down
Naima.
and go through it. Oh, this don't look good. Oh, them need to do this. Oh, the people who not have nothing to do. Them empty barrels make the most nice.
Yeah,
People who not have no hope. Them just that live off of just here. Them not
de-
no going anywhere. So
definitely.
me not have time to go through the internet and follow people who sit down on it behind some of them people that we are text they are Africa. Some of them people that are text they are like London, they are some far place, where them in a situation where them need us to help them. Stop spread hate, spread some love. One life, we all gonna die. But just
Yeah,
enjoy it while it lasts. But to
definitely.
each his
What?
own.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I wanted to ask you though, because there was an incident a couple of months ago, I think, where you were going back and forth with another sister of another artist, and I wanted to
Of
ask you from management perspective. Did you handle that the right way? Do you wish you could have not said anything? Do you wish you could have went back
me
and
should
said
have
something?
said more things. But I just let it be. Like, I mean, I don't do gossips and I don't do those kind of stuff. I didn't say anything to anybody. Then it just people just always feel like it's okay for you to attack somebody or try to bully them, and then come at them based on their appearance and do all those kind of stuff. It doesn't matter to me. It won't affect me. I still live good, still eat good. So that's just what it is. People will do and say what it is that they want to say. I don't go for clout. I make my work speak for itself. And that's just what it is. You come at me the wrong way, I'm going to come at you. It's just sometimes I don't see it. But if I see it, I'm going to come at you if I see it. If I don't, then that's just what it is.
Yeah, definitely. So what will you be doing at Rise Her Summit this Saturday? Like what are you going to be on stage having
Mm,
conversations about
mm.
management? Like what is your role this Saturday?
Well, this Saturday, I'm going to talk more about knowing when you're ready and knowing, how to choose the right manager. So it's just talking about the basic stuff that a lot of people may miss getting into the business because your need is like you're so passionate about what it is that you do. You do not go through the dotted lines. You do not go through the details to make sure that you're making the right selection. And also sometimes managers don't go through the right assessment to know if this artist is the right artist for them to select. So you find out that they select this artist and have a bigger problem going, ahead of them. The artists don't have any work ethics, they're not consistent. So those are some of the tips that I'm going to be providing to creatives to look for, and also to upcoming managers in the same field to look out for things like, why would you want to select this particular artist? What kind of characteristics they exempt for you to decide that, okay, this is what it is, because we got our bills to pay. So what it is that this artist has for us to manage. So those are some of the things that managers has to think about, because in the genre, managers are the bank, they're investors. So yes, if you want to be an investor with the artist, that's fine. But the main objective is managing the product. You understand? If the product is not able to sell, get revenue, it's just not going to work. So those are some of the things that you have to assess and make the decision based on that. So I'm going to talk about things like those, management wise, artist wise, so they can come out, and I'll be presenting at, I think, 1:30, somewhere around that time, because I have to reach back for the other show.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Shaggy said something. He said that regardless of what, the artist is the boss. Do you disagree, agree, or it's a yes and no for you?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if the artist object to something, that's just what it is. Is a cohesive, is like working together to achieve the same goal. So where everybody is a boss and whatever right it is that they're doing. You know what I mean? I'm paid the artist is the creative. So I would say there's a yes and no to the situation based on how both persons enter the business. You understand? Because we are business partners. For me, we are business partners. It's a business that we're doing, so we're working together. So it's not, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's not a push around thing. It's a working together kind of style. So when I put
like
it on
that.
me for say, okay, you're the boss of me are the boss of you, we're one boss now, one rights. So
Yeah,
we're
definitely.
business partners working on to achieve the same goal.
Definitely, definitely. AI and alkaline. What are your thoughts on that? Is that something that you guys are dabbling in? Is that something you'll dabble in the future? Like, what is your thoughts on the AI world right
Yeah,
now?
on a manager's perspective, with the AI, it's a little bit tricky, and I think it take away from the natural, the natural talent. But it's also positive if you know to work it.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So you just know how to work it. But there has to be some form of kind of rules and regulations that to kind of create a balance between the real life talent and AI. Not just let it loose, because you see some people just create some images of alkaline. That's not him. Those kind of creating some sounds. That's not him. So
right.
it should not be in the space like that on social media, because a lot of things that has been created, it's not true, and people don't understand that that's not true. So there needs to be some form of boundaries. It's too loose. So for me, I'm not working with it. It's once you put different things in place, and I see where it can be profitable for every individual who is utilizing it and not trying to exploit people, then I'm not gonna be for that. It needs some form of regulations. It's a little bit too loose,
Definitely.
but
You
it's a
said
good thing.
something that's triggered in my head. When it comes to the AI and dubs, right?
Yeah,
People literally create dubs on his voice, and it's not him.
that's what I'm saying. So that's the situation. That's the problem. That's the problem. So there has to be some form of boundaries. So when it start to get into the monetary part, I don't like it. Mm-mm, I don't like it. So it's too loose. It's a little bit too loose for me.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now, being a woman in this man-driven industry, what is some advice that you want to give to the women PRs and managers? What is some advice you want to give to them?
Well, advice in what way? Advice is really broad. What advice? Right.
like how you function, for instance, how you only manage one person. There's a lot of PRs and managers out here who are managing a lot of different artists, and I think kind of missing the niche that that one particular artist may have, or they have to push this one more than the other one. What is some advice you have for them in that essence?
I mean, at the end of the day, you have, if it can work, then make it work. But something is gonna get left.
Mm.
Something is gonna get left. But just do what it is that you got to do for the best of your ability and try to create a balance, and don't shortchange another person just because there's some form of favoritism. You don't need to do that. Just create a balance and just keep it professional, and you're good to go. Once the artist understand, or an individual understand the roles that you're playing, then you shouldn't have any problems.
Definitely. So the other question I have for you in regards to Alkaline, will he be joining the WYFL rhythm, or that's a no?
Mm, no.
You said no? Oh, what happened? Oh, Carrie's gonna come back on. I think that the something just disappeared 2 seconds ago. So we're gonna give her a minute to come back in.
Vibrate. Must stand send me a ballad for my plate. Money on the thing, put a smile for my face. Suburb complex, condos by the lakes, all them a play it, yeah. Loaded, affluent, why you want me to send? Yes, jet skis, RVs, where I see my friend. Got the food chain, the place to print money, my food, all in I guarantee my band. Get the riches, I wanna go then. Rich mobster, yeah, matches are one for them. Maybe not a Castellana, I'm a Felina then. Start third, form, learn to your slide, they tell me this the thing on your funeral, and where them I go attend. Big talk, me and tell that. Never could have spent no weed and wine at them time, they but to evolve. Don't me lose change here. Pull them still lounge, but then a priest and rifle shot for Pierce, me scalp. Home theater, I'm a one span, feel stand up and them bitch up,
Hello?
off and up, blow.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you now. I hear you
Hello?
good. Do you hear me? Hello? Hello? You hear me? Do you hear me? Wait, let me tell her to come off and come back on.
And your way, your way, your way, your way, your way, yeah. What do you mean? If it all great, we tell them pre-trading. And the leave it here straight luxury setting. 40 million and what you woulda do with it. Jinx money that when you really do checking. Like the numbers always come do wrong. Keep me I go do like someone just sit down and a fool on. Now nothing for the need to go to father who hold on. Salvation and me see if them have no program. I never the money I just make it work feel. Think it will come and
No,
see only
no.
make it worse feel. Blow to salary now.
Okay, there you go. You hear me?
Yes. Yes,
All
I'm
right.
hearing you. I was trying to figure out how I'm not hearing you.
So I was asking you, will Alkaline be joining the WYFL rhythm?
Oh, no, no, no. No.
Because everybody's been asking, everybody's been posting, will he join? Will he not join? So why not? Why not that direction? Why not that direction for you guys?
Well, I mean, we have other stuff that we're working on. So we're not going to be available to do that one.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
We have some other
I,
stuff we're working on.
I'll take that as a response. As a response. I also saw this thing today that says that every artist should be an entrepreneur. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to turn a business and make money from it. You can't just have one avenue of income. You have to have multiple ways of income.
Definitely. So the issue, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is the idea of the publishing aspect of things, because now we're seeing a lot on the internet where a lot of artists are not getting the right publishing. They don't know how to do this paperwork and all of that kind of stuff. Like, what is some advice that you want to give to these artists about how to receive your publishing?
Well, I mean, you have to be educate yourself about the business and get persons who are professional and who know exactly what it is that they're doing. Research the difference between the publishing, 'cause you have the published administration, you have the music publishing. There's different ways in which you can get information. Use the internet to your best of your ability to know the difference when it comes to the publishing and what it is that you want from this person, what it is that they're going to do for you. So I think that's the best approach that you need to take when it comes to that. Always utilize the internet to help you to achieve what it is that you want to get going with, you know?
Definitely. So this Saturday we are at
Mm.
the Barclays. How what should people be expecting from on Saturday? Like what is the anticipation
They
and expectation?
they just have to come. You just have to come. Once you get your ticket, you have to come and see what it is. Come and create your own experience. Come and write your own story. Don't let nobody tell you anything. Come and experience it. Being in the building is different from outside the building watching the clips. So come and let us make it a phenomenal night. Excitement, fun, clean fun.
The clean part.
Yes.
Definitely the clean part. Now there was also
All
a lot
right.
of conversations around Alkaline not wanting to do interviews with Caribbean media. As his manager, what do you want to say to that?
Well, I mean, that's a little bit of a chaos. That's not true. We always been doing medias with everybody. It's not subjected to one area only. We've been working with everyone, so it's not like that. So I would decline. I beg to differ when it comes to that. No, not at all.
Definitely. I'm glad
But
you said that.
yes, not at
Yeah,
all. We work with everybody.
yeah, I'm glad. I'm
But
definitely glad you said that.
yeah, so they all need to come out this weekend. You have the Rise Summit that's at the Crown Hill Theatre. And
Mm-hmm.
also, it's very empowering. It's going to be a lot of information that you would need to know. And so I think everyone can come out. And also, later you have the Barclays. So
Yeah. What time is
I'll,
showtime at the Barclays? What time should
short
people
time
be
is
in
at
the building?
7.
7 p.m. Okay, so folks need to get there early, come out, bring your tickets, get in. Showtime is at 7 and expecting a great show, a sold out performance. And it's going to be a good day. It's going to definitely be a good Saturday. How are you feeling?
I'm
About
excited about it. And I can't wait for the day. So let's see.
definitely. Yeah,
All
I
right.
also see. Yeah, I saw his coming up. Oh, she gone. Oh, Kerry. All right, so Kerry gotta go, guys. So get with the fix, Michelle G. This Saturday, Kerry will be at Rise Her Summit and also at the Barclays for Alkaline's New Rules event. And album, you said album coming out. Do we have a tentative date yet, or still working on that? Oh, now she's frozen. All right. Get with the fix, Michelle G. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Dr. Lukes, everybody that was on live tonight. I am Michelle G. I'm just going to play maybe one or two songs and then get into some conversations, things that I wanted to talk about that I'm seeing happening around the world and all of that kind of good stuff, So yeah, I'm Michelle G. Okay, I'm here.
Beautiful day, beautiful day. Seem like the sun gon' shine today. Seem like the sun gon' shine today. I feel I woke this morning and I get today I don't feel so depressed. I don't got no reason to stress. So I put my problems to the left. My anxiety seems so much less. So me gone down a river full of fresh. And I feel that I'm so blessed. I mean, not no reason for stress. Yes. Seems like the sun's gonna shine today. Seems like the sun's gonna shine today. Hey, I got a smile on my face walking down the road. Saying hi to everybody I see. A wise man told me once good vibe is contagious. So I just want everybody to feel it. Seems like the sun's gonna shine today. Seems like the sun's gonna shine today. No raindrops falling on my head. No raindrops falling on my head. No raindrops falling on my head. No raindrops falling on my head.
This video is actually out right now on Instagram. This is from the Piece of Paradise album, Zaga's Piece of Paradise album. Beautiful Day album is out. This video is dropping right now on every part of social media. The video is out right now on every part of social media, everywhere around the world. The video for this song is currently out. So let's get into some conversation. I'm Michelleg. I'm in the building. We are first of all, this is really weird, but you know, Charlemagne said Florida have some of the most weirdest people. And it's a Florida bill to ban first cousin marriages fails to advance. Yes, I said first cousin marriages. That's what I said. It's a taboo to many Americans today. It has a long and complicated history in the US. It was legal in all 34 states during the Civil War and remained socially acceptable in many communities well into the 19th century. There are 16 states right now, including New York, California, New Jersey, and Massachusetts, who permits first cousins to get married without restrictions. Several others allow it under specific conditions, such as advanced age, infertility, or genetic counseling requirements. Meanwhile, 32 states have blanket bans, and states are continuing to move the ban to ban cousin marriage. Connecticut banned cousin marriage last year. The bill was introduced by Republican Dean Black, who looked to outlaw all incestuous marriages with an amendment to a bill that involved changes to Florida Department of Health. The bill reads in part, a man may not marry any woman to whom he is related to. A woman may not marry any man to whom she is related to. It stated that marriages entered into after July 1st will not be recognized for any purpose, effectively nulling the union in the eyes of the state. Ultimately, the bill failed to pass for one simple reason. That is that the lawmakers in the legislative session ran out of time. So, a renewed push is expected in the next legislation session, whether lawmakers will prioritize the issue or whether it will once again become entangled in unrelated political battles remains to be seen. Okay, all right. Yeah. You know, there's a show on TLC, I think, Amish, Becoming Amish. Because the Amish community is now saying that this interbreeding is a problem now because a lot of their children are being born with autism, with all kinds of health issues and all of that kind of stuff. So this show, I believe it's on TLC, they are now recruiting people from outside of the community to come in and marry their women and date their women and marry their women. So they're trying to cut back on the interbreeding happening in the Amish community. I posted today that I wanted you guys to go watch this show. It is called My Husband Gaslit Me. It is the Morgan Metzer story. It's on Netflix. This man got 75 years in jail. This happened back in January of 2021. So it's very recent. I saw it last night. I was up watching it last night. And the story is insane. The story is insane. And shout out to that officer who went to her home and knew that something was wrong. And he stayed and made sure that this man was arrested. It's insane. It is called My Husband Gaslit Me on Netflix. Okay. There's another show on Netflix called Age something. Age of Maturity or something like that. Age of Attraction. It's called on Netflix. And it's where older people, younger people date, they don't know each other's ages, and then they end up together. And there was this one black couple on the show, whereas now I'm not knocking anybody who's celibate and practicing celibacy and all of those things, but when you say you're celibate and you're practicing celibacy, there is no sexual connection that should be happening. So this young lady, I think she was 27, and she started dating George, who was 61. I think George was 61 or 51, one of the two. And basically, she said to George that, celibacy is important to her because she wants to wait until she gets married. And George was like, okay, whatever, we'll go along with it, whatever the case may be. So they got together, they committed to each other, and then they went to live together. They went to live together, and she was all over this man, and the cameras were running, and he made her, reach climax. He made her reach climax, and then she started acting weird. She started acting weird towards him because then she realized, oh, she made a vow to God, as she said, but now this man made her climax, and she started acting weird towards him. Now, people were bashing this man on social media, and after watching the whole thing, I'm like, y'all are crazy because she's in the wrong. She's definitely wrong for putting this man in that position to saying, I'm celibate, and then she turns around and wants to do other things. So they didn't say what the other things was, but we can get in our minds and figure it out. They didn't say, but he made her climax, and then she reneged and pulled back. So they're no longer together, but I think she wasted that man's time. So again, the show is called Age of Attraction on Netflix. Okay. There is a story. Did I bring it down? According to the US Homeland Security, they are naming several islands and countries that you can deport yourself. Basically, you can deport yourself, and they'll give you, I think they said $2,600. If you deport yourself, you have to fill out an application online at US Homeland Security. And if you're not a criminal, though, you make sure you don't have any criminal charges pending against you, because if you do, then you'll end up locked up, and they ain't gonna let you go. So you have the option of self-deporting. They give you $2,600, and you get to freely leave the country. Now they're saying that, and of course, I don't really know. I don't know. I'm gonna reach out to our attorney here, at Get With The Fix, and ask him basically what's the best route for people to do that. But they did mention that make sure you have no criminal activities on your record, because if you do and you fill out the application, you will be a goner. Okay, you're gonna be gone. They're gonna lock you up, and you won't get no money, no nothing. You'll just be sitting in whatever prison, jail they decide to put you in. Okay, so if you feel like you are here in the country illegally and you want to self-deport, you can go to the US Homeland Security website, check at it, fill it out, and go from there. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what it's called. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. It's called the Assistance to Voluntary Self-Deport. When you go on the site, you'll see it there. And it tells you that you deprioritized for detention and removal by ICE, but you have to be a non-criminal, illegal, I hate that illegal alien word, and submit your intent through the program to the CBP Home mobile app and pass vetting program. You go there, you fill out the application. They are going to forgive you on whatever fines you had here. You will have civil fines for failure to depart after a final order of removal or a voluntary departure order in the US was forgiven. You will not have to pay these fines. If you received a fine stating that because you overstayed your time here in the country, you can now get that waived. Okay, you can leave safely and travel normally to your point of destination. Okay, so feel free to go over to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and carefully fill out the form, read everything before you do. Because if you have, I'm going to say it again, if you have any criminal charges, they will lock you up. Okay. They're giving away $2,600 is your exit bonus, fully paid trip home to wherever you may be going, forgiveness on any failure to depart fines. Leaving voluntary may improve future immigration options. So if you voluntarily deport yourself, you might be able to come back in the country at a later time, a later date. Okay. So it is voluntary. You don't have to do it, but talk to an attorney, find an attorney. There are many free, Rutgers, I think, has a free clinic of attorneys that you can speak to. Reach out to them and see if this is the best thing that you want to do. What they're asking you for is your first name, middle name, last name, your date of birth, your country, your citizenship, your email address, your phone number, and a clear self photo, a clear selfie of yourself. There you would have to provide all of that information on the site so that you can be successfully, for lack of better words, deported from the country. Okay. It's scary. I know. It's very scary. There's no deadline right now to sign up for the program. However, illegal aliens are encouraged to take advantage of this opportunity to self-deport as soon as possible before ICE takes action to deport them involuntarily. By self-reporting through the CBP Home mobile app, illegal aliens can take control of their own situation. You have access to financial and travel assistance if eligible, and you avoid ICE arrest and detention. Okay, so if you know anybody that wants to take the deal, feel free to let them know that information. I'm going to post it as well so that people can also see it. Okay. They'll also ask it if you have a family, you can travel with your family, your children, your wife, your husband, whatever, grandma. Dree said, catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. If you have a family, it's a family of you, you can all travel together. Okay. You have your co-travelers. If you are the main person that's applying for this program, you list your co-travelers and everybody can quietly leave. Now, again, I am not encouraging anybody to do this. I haven't looked to see if anybody got caught up in anything as a result of this, but this is the option that the country is giving you at this point. Okay. Yes, legal minors can travel with their parents and legal guardians as long as they pass the usual CBP checks like verifying ID and immigration status. Parents and legal guardians have a notarized consent letter for any parent or legal guardian who is traveling with the child. You can basically find these examples on their site. It's called the Minor Travel Consent Form or Letter of Consent to Travel with a Minor. So if you have children living in the US, but you live somewhere else, you can have somebody bring them. You just have to go in and get the Minor Travel Consent Form, have that filled out, have it notarized, and that person can bring the child home as their guardian to you if you are living in another country and your child is here, which is a lot of Caribbean folks as well. I know they said Jamaica is one of the places on the list. Jamaica is one of the places on the list. I think I saw Mexico. I have to get more information on the different places that is eligible for the list. But of course, most of the Caribbean is definitely there. So, take advantage of it or not. I'm just here to pass out the information in regards to that. Now, I wanted to talk about this new thing that they're saying that oral sex, they're saying, is now the most reasons why people are getting cancer. And they're saying that if you don't know, cancer comes by the HPV virus, the human papillomas or papillomas or whatever the word is, virus. You go to the doctor and they tell you that you have HPV, which can be treated. Sometimes maybe not, but you can pass it on to your partner. And they're saying that this is how people are getting cancer of their throats because of HPV. It can increase your risk of passing the HPV virus to your partner, which then increases your risk of throat cancer. A lot of times, a lot of men don't know that they have sexually transmitted diseases and stuff, unless something is coming out their pee hole. And most of these men don't go to the doctor. Y'all know that. And then you're going to find out that you got some, because then, you're going to start feeling some. As a woman, we tend to feel quicker than they do. We feel all of these things happening with our bodies quicker than they do, but they are saying that HPV is the reason why many people are now getting throat cancer because of oral sex. So if your partner has HPV and you don't know, and some of you people are swallowers and all of those kinds of things, and and that you don't even have to do that first interaction with your mouth, the liquids, the pre thingamajig, the pre see you that thing, it will travel through your throat, and then you're gonna end up with cancer in your throat. So I don't know what else to tell folks to do. Again, I'm just here to pass on information. Okay, so get your partners tested, you get tested, and go from there. Don't just go around sleeping with people just because you like them, you meet them and all of that, right? Of course, they are now developing this mouth condoms. I saw it and I forgot to pick it up. So they are developing mouth condoms, which is a whole thing that covers your tongue, and then stops somewhere by your throat, so that way there's no secretions or liquids or anything going down your throat. They're still testing it. So I don't know. We shall see as we go along. But of course, it's always recommended that you use condoms when you are having sex with people people you just meet, people you don't know, if you're cheating, if you're doing whoa, whatever you're doing, protect yourself. Is all I could say. And if you're sleeping with one partner, it's always best to sleep with one person, because then if you get some, is who and where it come from. Dree, get off my life. DJ Dree said at least they're gonna die in action. At least they're gonna die in action. Dree, your show starts at 9:00. Are you ready for your show? Over here bothering me. With the fix, Michelleg. I'm streaming live on Blaze Radio, Mighty Mix, Majestic, Coffee, Metric. Of course, Get With The Fix, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all over. Right now. So DJ G will be up at 9:00. Elijah. He's out of control. The man said at least they're gonna die happy. At least she's gonna die in action and happy.
The sun gon' shine today. Seem like the sun gon' shine today. Till I woke this morning and I get today I don't feel so depressed. I don't got no reason to stress. So I put my problems to the left. My anxiety seems so much less. So me gone down a river while I preach. And I see that I'm so blessed. I'm not no reason for stress. Yes. Seems like the sun's gonna shine today.
The last thing I want to talk about before I get out of here, be careful. They're saying now of these AI. There's these AI sites who are scamming people. They're looking like real events. They're looking like real website, real what's the word? Name brand websites. So they're scamming people on these websites. So be very careful when you put your credit card on these websites, because then you'll lose all your money. So they said the best way to verify it is always verify a request to another channel before responding. If you receive unexpected requests, it is a strong warning to pause and check the legitimacy. Check for red flags, like look for signs of AI generated content, such as unnatural language, lack of context, or requests for personal information that seem too good to be true. Like, now we're getting all of these text messages telling you that you got these tickets and you don't got no ticket, and your insurance is due, your phone bill is due, all of these things that you're like, what? There are definitely some people out here who are clicking on these things and losing their money, their identities, and all of that kind of stuff. So be very careful, people out here. This AI stuff is insane. It's definitely insane. They say also consider using AI tools like Careful AI to detect scams before you fall for one of them. These tools can analyze content and provide clear risk assessment. Okay, people? So do not click on things you don't know. Be very careful about that. Okay, be very careful. This AI stuff is out of control. Out of control. You don't know what's real anymore. So I've started to write, this is not AI when I'm posting certain things. I also wanted to talk about real quick about what's happening on the internet between Buju, uh, Wayne Wonder, and more so Wayne Wonder's wife. And I feel like it's not good for the space. It's not good for the culture. And I don't think that the letter should have went out. That's my personal feeling. I don't think the letter should have went out. I think that there should have been a different way of handling the situation. Of course, Buju had an interview, and Buju was saying some things or whatever the case may be, and it got people were listening, and a whole 10-page love letter was written in regards to that. And I think that we need to start doing different things instead of yeah, Elijah, that guy that got deported. Yeah, so I think that, and then today I saw that it was stated that Wayne Wanda didn't know that he was supposed to be getting money from Murderer. Murderer has been out since 1995. It was only last year that he found out that he's supposed to be getting royalties from that, which is really crazy to me. So, that's why here I'm always trying to have those conversations around the business aspect of the music, because it's important. It's important to know that what you own, what you don't own, what royalties you should be getting, and all of those types of things. So, yeah, up is last year, Wayne Wonder found out that he's supposed to be getting money from a 1995 song, Buju and his song called Murderer. That's a lot of years of money. That's a lot of years of money. But I hope that I said all of this. I said it on the internet. I'm like, I hope this is a way for another collaboration to happen between the two of them. I don't know, but we're looking for it. Hopefully it happens. But when you're in this business, any business that you're in, you need to understand the business side of things. Like, don't just jump into something and then don't read the fine print, or don't provide the fine print. The fine prints are definitely important for you to look over. So I just want that to end. Just like I want everybody to stop bothering 50 cents, because y'all ain't gonna win. Yeah. 50 cents is the pettiest of the petty. 50 cents is the reason the word petty exists. If you look in the dictionary, you'll probably see 50 cents next to petty. Okay, so can we all just get along? Can we all just get along? Say yes, no, like nudge. Like, can we all just get along? Let's all just get along. But I feel so sad when I see the great artists and stuff like that going back and forth on the internet. Like, I don't like it. Buju said some crazy things about Wayne Wonder's wife. She said some crazy things about him, and hopefully, I hope it's over. I really hope that it's over. But I am Michelle G. I'm out the building. DJ G is up right now here on Get With The Fix, Metric Radio, and Majestic as well. I will be back next week, God willing. Of course, this Saturday, we are at Rise Her Summit at the Crown Hill Theater in Brooklyn, New York, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. I will be presenting over there. And then Alkaline's New Rules is in the afternoon. Showtime is at 7 p.m. Go out and get those tickets again. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Trouble. I'm Michelle G. I am at the building. As I said, I played this Naj data code in the beginning of the show, and we'll play it as we leave out. As I said, Beautiful Day is out right now on all social media platforms. The new video is out right now. Of course, go cop Piece of Paradise. I'm Michelle G. Good night.
So yes, no. Yo, man. Sure, we are make money, them now one seat. Every day a different girl in a week, your front seat. Tattoo pan skin and clocks pan feet. Now left anytime we are touch street. Chain it a chip and we can run it. Clive Christian Cologne, a big girl, them weak.
Yeah, Michelle G. Pull up that.
So yes, no.
Pull up.
Yo, man. Sure, we are make money, them now one seat. Every day a different girl in a week, your front seat. Tattoo pan skin and clocks pan feet. Now left anytime we are touch street. Chain it a chip and we can run it. Clive Christian Cologne, a big girl, them weak. Girl is how we born from baby a creeper. We are earth up them head like a wisdom teeth. Like we don't know. That's why them hate we are road. Cause we are girl and them know that a code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Them now live the silver but like a scream from phone. That's why them hate we are road. Cause we are girl and them know that a code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Now live the silver but like a scream from phone. Dead face in a duffel bag for a pull up at the event. Promoter fi glad. Watch them a bad man. We still a beat them bad. Any clothes we wear, we fuss a pop top. Every day we look clean, got soap and rock. I'm a goons them a road. You know them head mad. We no run back a board. After them no name God. Try violate no. Something we have like flag. Like we no know. That's why them hate we a road. Cause we have to girl and them know that a code. Still a flying at the air like a drone. Them now live the silver but like a scream from phone.
Brother, lose all of my money more than live without a girl, you know. Every red cent, that young one, you know, but the girl, them up to stay.
Me and talk, girl, is so what's the thing set. Make girl reset, mount a love when she get. Get a long girl, all and no liquor winky. Fishy quinty, me now, fit do nothing think it. Top girl, is so what's the thing set. Make girl reset, mount a love she get. Get a long girl, all and no liquor winky. Fishy quinty, me now, fit do nothing think it. No, madman with the walk up down. Me have your girl that a sneeze and a cough up. Up on them lane with the play, make them whole place shake up. You DJ man, dip them. Long time I enjoy myself. I'm a liver that a ball for help. Mama your tea, but my call you 10. I agree that leave some charge meds. Give a sneak peek, do not call the feds. Mommy a drive, I'm a part of Benz. Mama you good girl you fortunate. She know me have money, so me never talkative.
Me on the beat, so it's a bang. Watch, bracelet, ring, chain. Watch, bracelet, ring, chain. Watch, bracelet, ring, chain. Watch, bracelet, ring, chain. First class on my flight plane. Me no stop chat, get them bitches migraine. Tell a bum bitch don't come in my lane. Only in it for the money, me no like feeling. Gotta get me on the beat, so it's the bang.
Some man up, some walk across it. And I tell me that my girl is stuck, me can't see it.
No.
And the one you talking, don't disgrace your wife, I yard for that. Never. Them a one circle. The same set of girl, I'm in a one circle. Yeah, yeah. We said the whole of them a one circle. I look, they know the belly swell up on the answer.
Put me on the beat, so it's a banger.
I wanna hilltop. I wanna be a Ducati. I wanna be a uptown. I wanna I want talk rise up, amount a rifle and we no charge bush. And every clip ram up like see me and you. Is a Lincoln where me from and no pram push. So for me girl can't do a pussy cast.
She want feel up the Rasta powers. Wash it up, send it to Dr. Howard. She still want be one of the Rasta lovers. Box her rubber, she no want no flowers. She want feel up the Rasta powers. Wash it up, send it to Dr. Howard. She still want be one of the Rasta lovers. Boogie. You remember this girl from Kingston? She just call me, say she want the king's son. Me drink some roots, me never drink rum. Me tell her the kitty she fi bring come.
What is that? When you see me, I'm coming, I'm a mom.
Can't me in my face, and that's for sure. Chat them a chat, yap them a yap. I'm setting trends forevermore. Me no want a friend from girl switch for me in seconds. Now all of me chatty where she depend. As a bad girl, me have to travel with my weapon. Ever militant, me never feel pam.
Tight. I love what. And the man them love them here.
Jump up in the mock truck, say you like money, me tell you me got enough. Oh yeah, wine for me, make it tough, dollar sign. And you watch it up. Yeah, summertime to me little mock.
Yeah, Michelleg. Pull up that.
Because we trust. And the man them love them here.
Jump up in the mock truck, say you like money, me tell you me got enough. Oh yeah, wine for me, make it tough, dollar sign. And you watch it up. Yeah, summertime to me little mock, say girl too. That a plus. When me from the little